25 different kinds of tricks and counting. I thought unicorns were only supposed to have a little magic that matches their special talents.
True, for ponies whose talents are for things like cooking or singing or math. But what if a unicorn's special talent is magic?
How does it come that Twilight is no outcast? I mean, I would be pretty pissed if... welcome?
What the... Where am I?
Do you know Doctor Who?
Sure.
Okay, imagine an invisible TARDIS with no walls. It's kinda like that.
Right. Well, it was nice talking to you, but this is where I say goodbye. See ya.
Well, enough of that guy. That doesn't work. It's kinda impossible to go as long as Screwball wants you to be here.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So, why am I here anyway? Where do I even begin with this? First of all, they try to hand-wave Twilight being able to do this by saying that Rarity showed Twilight how to do it. And she was able to do it after being shown it only once. Now, I'm not an expert in magic, but in any other realm of media, heck, in this very media, spells are not something you can just master right on the spot. Heck, Sweetie Belle didn't even learn basic levitation until well into her foalhood, and even then, she was puppy training for weeks, maybe even months with Twilight before she was finally able to do it. And I could forgive this if this was a basic spell any unicorn could learn, but this leads me into problem number 2. In Cutie Mark Chronicles, we've shown that this is a spell tied specifically to Rarity's talents. Ergo meaning that this isn't the kind of spell any unicorn should be able to learn, or if they can, it should take them years. And third, how in the buck was she able to do this spell better than the originator? If we look at both Rarity and Twilight's version side by sides, we can clearly see that Twilight's version is better, because Rarity's was like a divining rod pointing to one specific patch of gems, whereas Twilight's was more like an area effect spell pointing out multiple gems at once, not just one specific patch at a time. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure an area effect spell is far more difficult to pull off than a freaking divining rod. Oh, that. Well, if Screwball's expecting an apology, he's not getting one. I stand by what I say in that review. Having Twilight pull that spell out of her plot, a spell, mind you, that is exclusive to Rarity only, and having her pull it off and instantly solve the problem, I don't care if she's the element of magic, I call shenanigans.
That bothers you. Please, Twilight is a copycat.
I summon Copycat. It gives me the power to copy your catchphrase. In America. Hey, that's my joke. It only works when I say in America.
She had also copied the spell from Princess Miyamori Cadenza.
Actually, I don't think Cadence used the wanted needed spell on the arguing couple. I think it was just her own special type of love magic.
Ever heard of overdose? Try to use what? 5, 4, 6 hearts? Why Princess Miyamori Cadenza only used 1? Okay. How about trying Armored Shield spell?
I will admit, having Twilight's shield spell be exactly the same as Shining Armors is a little weird. However, I don't believe it's a copy because I'm pretty sure defense spells are pretty common for unicorns. I mean, we are talking about Equestria here, a place where a large population of ponies lives not too far away not only from a forest that contains timber wolves, but a bog that has a friggin' hydra in it. And do I even need to mention that Equestria gets attacked by demons and armies on a regular basis?
Speaking of it, how do you explain Twilight copying this spell? And was able to rise sun and moon short after getting the Headcanon magic.
Well, actually, raising the sun and moon is pretty easy to explain. Twilight's simply levitating them. In the Heartwarming Eve play, it's been shown that even without Celestia and Luna, a large group of unicorns can still raise and lower the sun. If it was a spell truly exclusive to Celestia and Luna, then this would not be possible. As for the dark magic spell, well, you got me there. Still more believable than the gem spell because they at least showed that she's struggling a lot more, but I digress.
Well, I guess I could disprove you with the bee cannon. But let's just stick to the show. After all, she's an alicorn that removes the bee cannon problem anyway. You know, for a unicorn that hates Twilight copying Rarity's special talent spell, you'll sure find back a headcanon that could explain that.
Headcanons are really more like glass cannons. They may seem powerful, but are actually completely powerless when proven otherwise. Kinda like Trixie.
Therefore, a good headcanon needs as many pillars as possible. Here's another hint. The H spell. Twilight sees how Trixie performs one. Being she had learned it on the spot. She was just not strong enough to maintain it.
Well, to be fair, Twilight did say that the age spell was only accessible by high-level unicorns, meaning it is a much more common spell, so maybe Twilight read it in her book somewhere, but since we don't actually see it, it's just a theory.
Yep, would be headcanon on your part. But speaking of books, what is with all the times Twilight reads the spell for the first time?
I found a spell that makes temporary wings from the castle of the two sisters. But it was too difficult to do more than once. There's a spell that I think could help us. So I found an easier spell that lets the rest of us walk on clouds.
Well, spells don't just come from nowhere. They're not rabbits that just spring out of the ground from nothing. So all the spells that are written down were probably unicorns trying them for the first time and documented them so that others could try them. I can't really fault the spell being learned through that method, except the Breezy's one. It was the gem spell all over again, coming completely out of nowhere and being a last-minute cop-out in an otherwise good episode.
My point was that an artist don't need to see how artwork is crafted to create a replica. I guess I have overdone it with claiming Twilight's special talent to be a copycat. I mean, please, what's next? Blaming her to be able to use the element of harmonies and the rainbow power without training?
And if they did, they'd be taking nitpicking to a whole new level. Well, it was nice to see we were able to reach a consensus. Now, can you please tell me how to get out of here? I gotta get back to my channel quickly. I can't leave Hooves Grooves in charge of my channel for too long, otherwise he's gonna take it over.
Oh, that's simple. If Screwer wants you here, this place is endless. If she don't, you can't do a single step without leaving this place. Was nice to work with you. Shoot. Greetings, my name is Fatai. What's yours?
Oh, right, I never did introduce myself. Well, my name is...
Was that necessary, Screwball? I would still be pretty pissed if Twilight could learn my special magic. If I was a unicorn, that is. Oh well. This is Fatai, saying goodbye.
What is this weird show? It's like the only thing you know. You talk about it every day. You know this is child's play. Your path ahead is blurred, told to go join in on the herd. You know this show's for younger crowds. How can you say you're proud? Now think, bro, you think everything in here is pink. You